In the history of art, there is an entire strand of paintings that have come down to us incomplete for historical reasons that are more or less well known. Among the examples, it is essential to mention the Mystic Marriage of St. Catherine by Lorenzo Lotto, kept at the Accademia Carrara in Bergamo, right up to the most contemporary example of a work auctioned by a major Viennese auction house, namely a painting by Artemisia Gentileschi, in which, thank you, the protagonist was completely cut out, while the painting was sold for a considerable sum. This is the fate of certain paintings, but is it possible to imagine a similar outcome for other types of ancient artistic artifacts? The answer is yes. Good morning everyone, I am Valentina Simone from Fine Art at Mano Mano, and today I present to you this pair of putti in Carrara marble. Two works created in the mid-17th century, expressing that sober Baroque taste of North Italian origin with Northern European influences. In fact, they display typically Baroque postures. Reclining languidly, slightly twisted, and with finely chiselled hair, they are expressions of the Baroque style, though more restrained compared to the more flamboyant and exuberant variety. Roman, son of the genius Gian Lorenzo Bernini, whom we usually think of when referring to the classical, historical Baroque. The sculptures are accompanied by the expertise of Professor Giuseppe Sava. He traced them back to the workshop of the Carra brothers, sons of an artist. Their father was also a sculptor of Ticinese origin, though mainly active in Lombardy, who inherited their father's workshop. Their partnership was strong from the very beginning, to the extent that even today it's virtually impossible to distinguish the hand of one brother from that of the other. Without a shadow of a doubt, the sculptural ensemble created for the Duomo of Montechiari in the province of Brescia is worth mentioning. Our putti, in fact, show a close affinity with these Brescian sculptures. I am referring in particular to the stocky and robust physiques, but also to the expressionless and vacant faces. As is easy to imagine, our pair of putti originally belonged to a much more elaborate sculptural ensemble. This is suggested to us primarily by their mirrored positions, but even more so by their hands. The clenched fists and the holes running through them suggest that they were meant to hold certain elements, probably pipes, from which water would have spouted in a hypothetical yet plausible fountain, to which our putti must have belonged. The fate of the rest of the fountain is unknown to us. It will remain a mystery forever.